Hello my students, welcome to our new lesson. Today inshallah we are going to study lesson 6, reading time. Open your student's book, page 80. Open your books to page 80. At the beginning you have some vocab. Let's listen and repeat.
Q. Q.
Q. From the picture, what can you see in this picture? How are they standing? كيف هم موقفين؟ They are standing in a queue. هم موقفين الحين in a queue. يعني في طابور أو صف.
Wax model. Wax model.
Wax model. Model هذا مجسم. هذا الموديل. Wax, what the meaning of wax? We studied it before. درسناها قبل فترة. Wax هذا الشمع. Wax model هذا مجسم من الشمع.
Politician. Politician.
Politician هذا الشخص الذي يعمل في السياسة. شخص سياسي.
Amazed. Amazed.
Yes, this is your impression. هذا رد فعلك أو انطباعك لما تشوف شيء amazing، شيء مذهل. Amazed هذا مندهش. Amazed.
Staff. Staff.
Staff is a group of people who work in a specific place. مجموعة الأشخاص اللي بيعملوا في مكان محدد أو مكان معين هذا بيسموهم staff. يعني مجموعة العاملين في المدرسة for example ممكن يسميهم staff. مجموعة العاملين في مستشفى ممكن يسميهم staff. مكتوب على الباب هنا في الساين في اللافتة هذه staff only. أحيانا نشوفها الدخول للعاملين فقط. staff العاملين. In this lesson we are going to listen then discuss.
Activity 1. Listen and read. What can you see at Madame Tussauds Wax Museum?
Madame Tussauds. It was their first day in London. It was hot and sunny. Bob and Mark wanted to see everything in the city. They both love visiting museums, so they decided to start with Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. They were on Baker Street, but they didn't know exactly where the museum was, so they asked someone for directions.
Excuse me, how can we get to Madame Tussauds Museum? Is it far from here?
No, it's not. Go down this street and turn left on Marylebone Road. You'll see it on your left.
Okay, these two boys wanted to go to Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. This is a famous museum in London. هذا متحف مشهور في لندن. Its name is Madame Tussauds. اسمه متحف مدام توسودز. هذا متحف الشمع زي ما بيسموه. Bob and Mark wanted to go to that museum. كانوا عاوزين يروحوا المتحف هذا. It was their first day in London. كان أول يوم ليهم في لندن. It was hot and sunny. كان الجو حر. Bob and Mark wanted to see everything in the city. كانوا عاوزين يشوفوا كل شيء في المدينة. يعني ياخدوا جولة سياحية في المدينة. They both love visiting museums. هما الاثنين بيحبوا زيارة المتاحف. So they decided to start with Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. قرروا ان هم يبدأوا بهذا المتحف. They were on Parker Street. كانوا في شارع باركر. But they didn't know exactly where the museum was. لكن ما يعرفوش فين مكان المتحف بالضبط. So they asked someone for directions. سألوا شخص على الاتجاهات كيف يوصلوا المتحف. Excuse me, how can we get to Madame Tussauds Museum? كيف نوصل لمتحف مدام توسودز? Is it far from here? بعيد من هنا? He said no it isn't. رد عليهم لا مش بعيد. Go down this street and turn left on Marylebone Road. قالوا ترجعوا في الشارع هذا بعد كده turn left تاخدوا يسار on Marylebone Road في طريق ماريبون. You will see it on your left. تحصلوا المتحف على يساركم.
Bob and Mark kept walking, and after a few minutes they were at the museum. The queue was so long that they had to wait for 2 hours for the tickets. When they finally got inside, they were amazed.
Bob and Mark kept walking and after a few minutes they were at the museum. ظلوا ماشيين لعدة دقائق حتى وصلوا المتحف. The queue was so long that they had to wait for 2 hours for the tickets. كان الصف اللي أمام المتحف طويل علشان يحصلوا على تذاكر، صف التذاكر. When they finally got inside، في النهاية لما دخلوا they were amazed، كانوا مذهولين أو مندهشين للغاية.
There were wax models everywhere, and they looked like real people. They were artists, sports stars, and politicians. They saw Picasso and many others. Bob wanted to take photos of them, but he didn't know if he could. He turned around and saw a man. He was wearing glasses and a blue uniform. He must be someone from the museum staff, Bob thought.
Excuse me, may I take some photos, please?
He asked him. Then he heard Mark laughing.
Oh, Bob, this is a wax model, not a real person.
There were wax models everywhere and they looked like real people. Look at that model. انظر لهذا المجسم هذا. He looked like a real person. يشبه الشخص حقيقي. كان في نماذج أو مجسمات من الشمع في كل مكان تشبه أشخاص حقيقيين. They were artists, sports stars and politicians. هذه النماذج أو المجسمات كانت لفنانين ورياضيين ونجوم وسياسيين. They saw Picasso and many others. شافوا فنان مشهور، مجسم للفنان المشهور بيكاسو and many others وآخرين كثيرين. Bob wanted to take photos of them. كان عاوز يلتقط لهذه المجسمات صور. But he didn't know if he could. لكن ما يدري هل هو يعني يستطيع، مسموح بهذا الأمر ولا لا. He turned around and saw a man. التفت حوله كده شاف رجل، a man، شخص. He was wearing glasses and a blue uniform. لابس نظارة وبلو يونيفورم وزي أزرق. He must be someone from the museum staff. Bob thought. هذا كان اعتقاده. قال أكيد هذا الشخص بيعمل في المتحف، من الصف، مجموعة العاملين في المتحف. Excuse me. He talked to him. اتكلم معه. Excuse me. May I take some photos please؟ ممكن ألتقط بعض، بيستأذنه يعني. ممكن ألتقط بعض الصور لو سمحت. He asked him. بيسأله، بيطلب منه يعني. Then he heard Mark laughing. سمع صديقه مارك بيضحك. Oh Bob, this is a wax model, not a real person. طلع انه بيكلم موديل واكس او واكس موديل. طلع انه بيكلم مجسم من الشمع وليس شخص حقيقي، لذلك كان صديقه بيضحك عليه. Activity 2. Read activity 1 again and put the sentence in the correct order. Write from 1 to 5. You can stop the video and read activity 1 again. ممكن تقرأ الدرس مرة تانية to put the sentence in order علشان نرتب هذه الجمل from 1 to 5. A. They didn't know how to get to Madame Tussauds museum. They asked for directions. B. Bob and Mark were in London and they wanted to visit Madame Tussauds museum. C. Bob wanted to use his camera. D. There were a lot of wax models in the museum. E. Bob talked to a wax model. Which is number 1? Yes, that's right. Letter B. Bob and Mark were in London and they wanted to visit Madame Tussauds museum. أول هذا كانوا في لندن وبعدين عايزين يروحوا المتحف. هذا أول شيء. What's next? That's right. They didn't know how to get to Madame Tussauds museum. مش عارفين ازاي يوصلوا المتحف. They asked for directions. سألوا شخص على الاتجاه أو كيف يوصلوا للمتحف. Next. Letter D. There were a lot of wax models in the museum. Number 3. Number 4. Letter C or E. That's right, letter C. Bob wanted to use his camera. The last one, Bob talked to a wax model to ask for permission عشان يستأذن منه يلتقط صورة. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video inshallah to answer the workbook. Goodbye.